Even though Emeka was changing, I was still hurting inside. I tried to act happy, but when I was alone, I cried. Sometimes I wondered if I was the problem. Maybe I was not beautiful enough. Maybe I was not strong enough to keep my husband. At the market, I heard people talk about me. "She is suffering because of her husband's Gbola," one woman said. Another laughed. "If she leaves him for one day, another woman will take him." Their words felt like a knife in my heart. I started avoiding people. I stopped going to parties or village meetings. I just stayed at home. One day I became very sick. I could not get out of bed. My whole body was weak and I had no appetite. Emeka was worried. He stayed home from work to take care of me. He cooked food, gave me medicine, and prayed for me. One night I told Emeka how I felt. Tears ran down my cheeks as I spoke. "I am tired, Emeka. I am always afraid. I feel alone. I feel like I am fighting all the women in this village. Sometimes I want to run away and never come back." Emeka looked at me with sad eyes. He said, "I am sorry, Amara. I did not know you were hurting this much. I promise to protect you. I will not let any woman come between us again. Please don't leave me." For the first time, I saw fear in Emeka's eyes. He was afraid of losing me. After that night, Emeka became more serious. He told everyone at work, in the market, and in church that he loved his wife and did not want any trouble from other women. Some people believed him, but others still tried. One afternoon, Kemi, the same woman I saw with Emeka, came to my house. She knocked and stood at the door looking bold. I did not want to open, but she kept knocking. When I finally opened the door, she said, "Amara, you are lucky. Many women want Emeka, but he chose you. Take care of your husband, but remember, if you are not careful, you will lose him." Her words made me angry. I said, "Emeka is my husband, please leave us alone." She just laughed and walked away. That day I made up my mind. I would not let anyone take my husband. I would fight for my marriage no matter how hard it was. But inside I was still afraid. My pain was a secret I carried every day. Days passed, but my heart was still heavy. I tried to be strong in front of Emeka, but I felt tired and alone. At night, when everyone was sleeping, I cried into my pillow so nobody would hear me. One morning, Emeka was getting ready for work. I watched him button his shirt. He looked handsome, but I also saw worry on his face. Before he left, he held my hands and said, "Amara, please trust me. I am doing my best. I love you." I nodded, but my heart was full of questions. Was his best enough? Could I keep fighting every day? That day at the market, I saw Kemi again. She walked past me with two other women. They laughed and looked at me with pride. I heard one of them say, "Amara is fighting a lost battle. She can never keep Emeka to herself." I pretended not to hear, but their words followed me everywhere I went. When I got home, I sat on the bed and looked around the small house. I felt trapped. My life felt too hard. I did not want to fight anymore. I thought about leaving Emeka and starting over in another town where nobody knew me. Maybe I could have peace there. Maybe I could breathe again. But as I was packing my small bag, Emeka came home early. He saw me with the bag and his eyes opened wide. "Amara, what are you doing? Where are you going?" he asked. I could not hold my tears. I cried out, "I am tired, Emeka. I am tired of fighting for you every day. I am tired of women chasing you. I am tired of people laughing at me. I just want peace." Emeka knelt down beside me. He was crying too. "Please, Amara, don't leave me. I cannot live without you. I know I have hurt you. I know women want me, but I only want you. Please give me another chance. I will do anything to make you happy." For a long time, we both cried. Then Emeka stood up and picked up my bag. He put it back in the corner. He promised again, "I will show everyone that you are my wife. I will respect you everywhere, every day." That night, Emeka held me close. We prayed together and asked God to help us. I decided to stay and fight for my marriage one more time, but deep in my heart I was still scared. What if things never changed? What if the pain never ended? After the day I almost left, Emeka really changed. He started showing everyone that I was his wife. When we walked to the market, he held my hand. If any woman tried to talk to him, he made sure I was standing beside him. When people saw us together, they stopped gossiping as much. But some women did not give up. They still tried to get Emeka's attention. Sometimes they sent him messages, but he would show them to me and delete them in front of me. Emeka would say, "I want you to trust me. I don't want to hide anything from you again." I started feeling safer. I smiled more. Emeka and I spent more time together. We cooked, ate, and prayed together every night. It was like we were starting our marriage all over again. The pain was still there in my heart, but it was not as heavy as before. One Sunday we went to church together and Pastor John called us to the front. He prayed for us and blessed our marriage. He told the church, "Let nobody separate what God has joined together." Many people clapped, but I saw some women's faces. They were not happy, but I did not care. I held Emeka's hand tighter. After church, my friend Uju hugged me and said, "Amara, I am happy for you. I can see you are stronger now. Keep fighting for your home." Her words made me feel proud. Things were getting better, but life was still not perfect. Some days I was still afraid. Sometimes the old pain came back when I remembered the gossip and shame. But every time I looked at Emeka, I saw that he was trying. That gave me hope. One night, Emeka sat with me and said, "Amara, thank you for not leaving me. I know I made many mistakes, but I am learning every day. Please keep praying for me. I love you." I put my head on his shoulder and cried, but this time they were happy tears. I knew we still had a long way to go, but for the first time, I believed that maybe, just maybe, we could find real peace and happiness. Days passed, and Emeka and I started living like true friends again. We laughed, talked about everything, and planned our future together. I felt the love coming back slowly, like sunshine after a long rainy season. But forgiveness was not easy. Sometimes when Emeka's phone rang and I saw a woman's name, my heart still beat fast. Sometimes old pain came back when I was alone, and I wondered if I could really trust him forever. One evening I was sitting outside thinking about my life. My neighbor, Mama Chica, came to sit beside me. She said, "Amara, I have watched you suffer and cry, but I see that you are trying. Marriage is not easy. Sometimes forgiveness is the only way to find peace." Her words stayed with me. That night when Emeka came home, I looked at him and said, "I want to forgive you, Emeka. I want to trust you, but I need you to help me heal. I need you to always be honest with me." Emeka knelt down in front of me and took my hands. "I will do my best, Amara. I know I hurt you. I will never hide anything from you again. Please let us start again." We prayed together, asking God to help us forgive and start a new chapter. I felt a little lighter after the prayer. I knew it would take time, but I wanted to try. After that day, Emeka became my best friend again. He listened to me. He told me about his day. We talked about our dreams and what we wanted for our family. One day, he surprised me with a small gift, a pretty dress I had once admired in the market. He said, "You are my queen, Amara. I will protect you." I smiled for the first time in a long time. But even with the new peace in our home, there were still small battles outside. Some women still tried to come close, but Emeka did not give them any chance. He always came home straight from work. He always answered his phone in front of me. Slowly, I started trusting him again. The pain did not disappear in one day, but I knew we were moving forward. I learned that forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness is power. Forgiveness is choosing peace even when the heart is still hurting. Our home became calm again, but the journey was not over. Life was getting better between Emeka and me, but I still had days when I felt weak. Sometimes I remembered the things women said about me, and my heart felt heavy. Sometimes I worried that Emeka would go back to his old ways, but every time I started to feel afraid, I remembered our prayers and our promise to each other. Emeka tried his best to make me happy. He would come home with small gifts, sometimes fruits, sometimes ground nuts, sometimes even a small flower. He would cook with me and wash my hair. We laughed together and talked about our childhood. Our love was slowly growing strong again. One evening, I saw Emeka sitting alone, looking worried. I sat beside him and asked, "What is wrong?" He said, "Amara, sometimes I feel guilty for all the pain I caused you. Sometimes I am afraid that you will never truly trust me again." I touched his hand and said, "Emeka, I am trying. Forgiveness is not easy, but I see that you are changing. I want us to keep moving forward together. Let us forget the past and build a new future." We hugged each other for a long time. For the first time, I felt peace in my heart. Later, Pastor John visited our home. He said he had been praying for us. He told us marriage is a journey. There will be storms, but if you hold each other and trust God, you will find peace. He prayed for us again and blessed our house. After that visit, Emeka and I started joining more church activities. We sang in the choir and helped clean the church compound. We made new friends, people who supported us and wanted our marriage to work. But sometimes I still heard women in the village whisper about Emeka. Sometimes they said, "Amara is foolish for trusting him again." Sometimes they tried to laugh at me, but I stopped caring what people said. I started walking proudly, knowing I had fought for my home and was still fighting every day. One day Emeka looked at me and said, "Thank you for not giving up on me. I am a better man because of you." His words made me cry, but these tears were tears of joy. Our life was not perfect, but we were stronger together. If you've ever loved someone so deeply that even their betrayal couldn't make you let go, then you understand Michael's pain. This is more than just a story. It's a reflection of real life, real emotions, and real heartbreak. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell.